Hey everybody, happy Wednesday. Mark Causey here from Black Cat Comics in Rockin' Milpitas. Every Wednesday is New Comic Day, and I like to give you some great reasons to get down to your local comic shop and pick up something fun to read. This is an awesome and historic week. Gotta start with the DC guys today, because this is Wonder Woman number 750, the giant-sized 80th anniversary issue, big old chunky multi-story, all kinds of awesomeness. It's like $10. So recycle a couple of cans before you get down to your shop today, but this has to make it into your stack. All-time great creators, lots of stories, lots of covers. Okay, let's go through them real quick. This is the standard A cover, gotta have it, regular cover. Then there's a cover for each of the awesome decades that the Amazon has been saving the world. That's your 1940s, 50s, 60s from J. Scott Campbell, probably the one everybody's going to want. 70s. 80s from the all-time great George Perez, one of the greatest Wonder Woman artists, one of the greatest artists of all time ever. More on him in just a minute. 90s. The 2000s from Adam Hughes, another ones everybody's going to want in their stack. The 2010s, that awesome Jim Lee cover. And, of course, a good old blank cover, so you can take it to your favorite convention and get a cool Wonder Woman original art piece by your favorite artist. 10 great covers, lots of great decades. While I'm on the subject, let me mention really quick, this is your Wonder Woman Golden Age Omnibus Volume 1. This gives you all the original stories, the first appearance in All-Star Comics number 8, all kinds of really cool rarities, all kinds of books that are thousands and thousands of dollars and you'll never see at any convention. If you love Wonder Woman, grab that issue 750, pick up this volume and read all the original stuff. And I told you more on George Perez. This is the Wonder Woman by George Perez Volume 1. This is one of the greatest graphic novels you'll ever read in your life. I don't care what you like or what you're into or what you're not into. This is some of the greatest comics you'll ever see. So pick this book up along with that Golden Age Omnibus, along with that Wonder Woman 750. Great time to be a Wonder Woman fan. Everybody should be a Wonder Woman fan this week. Make sure those books make it into your stack. I do have packs of all 10 covers. More on that later. So, then I always say it's a big week for this guy, but there's probably never been a bigger week for this guy. This is Batman number 87. This is the second issue of the new story arc. So pick up that issue 86, which was awesome. Grab this week's 87, and you're on your way to the next big Batman arc. This, Detective 19, the other main Batman book. This one's been just as good as the Batman proper. If you haven't been following Detective for a while, go back to that issue 1000 and catch up to 19, because this book's been really good. Batman Superman number 6. Wraps up all the infected stuff, wraps up the first arc of this newest incarnation of World's Finest. Batman Curse of the White Knight. This book has been red hot. If you don't know much about this, grab the trade paperback for the first series and pick up the issues for this second series. Great stuff. And Batman Beyond. Can't say enough about this one. Ever since, way back in number 25, this book's been selling out like crazy. Been talking about it from day one because I love me some Dan Jurgens. I love me some Batman Beyond. This is a really great title. So pick up those trades to see what you've been missing, or just jump into this latest issue. People are going to be talking about that one. Batgirl 43 and Red Hood Outlaw 42. Is more than enough Batman-esque Gotham City type books for you for 1 week. Great stuff. And then Superman 19. Been talking up just a phenomenal all-time great job Bendis has been doing, reinvigorating all of the super books. Number 18 was, one of those big all-time events. And 19, of course, is the big follow-up issue to the giant reveal from number 18. If you haven't been following along with Superman in Action Comics, you're really missing out. These books are as good as they've ever been. Grab the last issue, number 18, pick up this week's number 19, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Shazam! By Jeff Johns. This book is 2 tons of fun. It's been running a little late. You probably been letting this one get by you, but jump back in on Shazam on this issue, because like I say, Jeff Johns is great, and this book's been a lot of fun. Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen, number 2, with Lex Luthor taking on all the infected guys. That's your big DC event book. And then Wonder Twins And The Metal Man, one of my all-time favorite franchises of comics, are your two mini-series books of the week. And then there's all the extracurricular DCs like Far Sector. That's your Young Animal book of the week. And it's your Green Lantern book of the week, if you can count it as such. Basket Full of Heads is your Hill House book of the week. This one has exploded like all the Joe Hill stuff has, but everybody's loving Basket Full of Heads. So if you don't know much about this, or if you're looking for something creepy crawly, pick up the first issue and catch up to the latest one, because that's cool stuff. Hellblazer and Books of Magic are your Sandman Universe Black Label, formerly known as Vertigo books of the week. Great stuff from the DCU guys. Pretty small week for the Marvel guys, but lots of great stuff to talk about. Excalibur #6 with your man Apocalypse there on the cover, and Marauders #6 both wrap up the first story arcs of each of these titles, part of this whole Dawn of X thing that's been going on. You can pick up the Black Cat packs of 1 through 6. If you don't know anything about this X-Men new era, grab the House of X and Powers of X packs, or just jump into X-Men #1, or grab any of these first issues and catch up to the latest ones, because there's a lot going on with the X-Books these days. Guardians of the Galaxy gets a new #1 this week. Picking up from the end of the last arc, it's a whole new bold direction for everybody's favorite outer space adventurers. Love me some Guardians, like everybody does. Amazing Spider-Man is once again one of the hottest comics out there. Spencer's been doing a real kick-butt job on Amazing Spider-Man, so if you haven't been into this one for a while, grab this latest issue or go back as far as you want and catch up, because, like I say, it's a really fun time to be a Spidey fan. That one and Web of Venom are your Web Slinger books of the week. Fantastic Four 18 is my opportunity to pitch one of my favorite comics of all time. Always loved some Fantastic Four. They've been doing a great job with this recent arc. This one wraps up what will be Volume 4. So honestly, the next issue is probably your best jumping point, but you can grab the Black Cat pack for 12 to 18 and watch the Thing fight the Immortal Hulk. That's always great stuff. Ruins of Ravencroft Dracula is your third Ruins of Ravencroft book over the last couple of weeks. They did Carnage and Sabretooth, and now it's Dracula. Everybody loves Marvel's version of Dracula. A lot of talk about Submariner as the months go on, because he's probably the next big Marvel movie guy. Everybody loves Submariner. You remember Atlantis Attacks from back in the day. Pick up the Black Cat pack for Invaders 1 through 12 for more Submariner action, and then grab this Atlantis Attacks because it's awesome. And Captain Marvel rounds out your Marvel stuff for the week. Like I say, small week for those guys, but a lot of good stuff. And a lot of great stuff from the indie guys. Boy, last week was a great week for the independent publishers. This week is a great week. Let's talk some Stranger Things from Dark Horse. This is a YA graphic novel for the younger readers. Like I always say, if you're looking for something lighter, something a little different, always fun to pick up these YA graphic novels, and everybody loves Stranger Things, and this one has zombies. American Gods is our other Dark Horse book of the week, because we love anything from the Neil Gaiman library. Good stuff. American Jesus is your Image book of the week from Mark Miller, because everybody loves the Mark Miller stuff. Firefly is my Boom Studios book of the week, because I love everything Whedonverse. Been saying he's taken Firefly and Buffy and Angel and all of his cool stuff over to Boom Studios. You love Firefly like I do, you definitely want to get in on that. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers is your Boom Studios book of the week, because you guys love the MMPR. But Once and Future is yet another Boom Studios book of the week, because I told you it was a great week for the independent guys. This wraps up the first arc of Once and Future. The book will continue because it's been so crazy popular that that's what smart publishers do, is they keep popular books going. This is done by the folks who did Wicked and Divine from Image. That was awesome. Once and Future is really awesome. Pick up the Black Cat pack of 1 through 6 and then keep on going, because that's great stuff. Vampirella. Red Sonja, Age of Chaos, with her taking on Purgatory right there. And Deja Thoris is a Dynamite Comics sweep I love Dynamite and the great job they do with all their cool stuff, keeping their characters in the universes that they were intended. If you love classic sci-fi like I do, you want to pick up some Deja Thoris. If you love a cool mix of genres, then you want to pick up just about anything from Dynamite, because they do a great job of action, adventure, horror, sci-fi, superhero, a little bit of everything. Archie vs. Predator 2, number 5. Wraps up your second story of Archie versus Predator, because what's cooler than Predator invading Riverdale? Great stuff. Been talking up all the awesomeness that Archie has going on, like this one, or like Vampironica. This is your second run of Vampironica. I've been loving what they do with their horror line, what they've been doing with their PG-13 line, and of course, as we roll now, to show you that Archie does a little bit of everything these days. That's what's making him one of my favorite publishers right now. This one is a what if issue. If you're 100 years old like me, you remember the old what ifs from back in the day at Marvel. DC had Elseworlds, now Archie's doing it. Everybody loves what if. Lots of great alternate reality Archie stories in this one. Make sure that finds its way into your stack. And lots of other classic all ages stuff too, like Casper. Doesn't get any more classic than Casper the Friendly Ghost. Unless you're talking about Looney Tunes, it just doesn't get any more classic than Looney Tunes. Love me some Daffy Duck. These books are just as hilarious as the classic cartoons. Again, if you're looking for something a little less apocalyptic, pick up an issue of Looney Tunes and have a couple of laughs at Daffy's expense. My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, for all you bronies out there. And last but not least is Uncle Scrooge, because I think IDW's been doing a great job with all of this Disney stuff. Always great to see the Ducks in comics. Lots and lots of great stuff this week, so make sure you get down to your shop, pick up something super awesome. Make sure that Wonder Woman 750 makes it into your stack this week. That's all we got for you for this week. You can check us out at black-cat-comics.com. Check out our especially cool Shopify store where you might see some things you don't see here in the brick and mortar. Check out the YouTube page, the Facebook page, the YouTube channel. Check out the podcast at soundcloud.com. Just get on down here to the good old brick and mortar in Rockin' Milpitas. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.